Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Oauth. Oauth? Or is it zero auth? What the heck is this all about? If you want to find out, watch the video. Now, if you've seen a picture like this on your computer, then you've used Oauth. If you've had an image come up that asks you to sign in with Google or Facebook, that is using Oauth. Now, you remember the routine. If you like this video, please click the like. And if you want to see more produced like this, please subscribe. Now, Oauth is an open source program that authorizes login between different services. It is used by Google, Facebook, and Microsoft. It allows you to sign in to a service using your existing account login credentials. This is just one part of Oauth 2, but it's the one that you'll be most familiar with and one that you'll probably use a fair bit. This limits the number of passwords you require. Yay, no more passwords. Yes, you don't have to use a password now to log in using Oauth. It's secure and should be used in most cases. And that's it. If you don't want to watch the rest of the video, then just use Oauth. It's perfectly safe to sign in to your new service using your Facebook or Google login. Now, if you want to find out more about this, let's watch the video. So let me give you an example. Let's take Mary, who is a fictitious quilter from Toronto, Canada. She has a Google account and understands the importance of security. She has a secure password and two-factor authentication set for the account. Mary has a Google Drive, Gmail, and a big presence on YouTube, so she understands that her Google account must be secure, and she guards that very carefully. Now, Mary has just been to a fictitious website called the Quilting Company of America. This is situated in Los Angeles, California, in the United States. It's a big organization that sells in many countries. Mary has seen their website and would like to purchase some products, but she needs a login to create an account. How should she go about this? Mary goes to the website of the Quilting Company of America. In the sign-up process, she gets an image like this. She has a number of options. She can sign up with her email account, which means the traditional she has to set a password. But she also has the option of signing in with Facebook or signing in through her Google account. What should she do? In signing in with her Google account, would this compromise it in any way? Is she giving the Quilting Company of America the keys to the castle? Let's find out how this works. So the traditional way of setting up an account is to sign up with email. And in this case, Mary would sign up with her email, setting a username and password, as most of you do when you set up an account in a new service. But Mary struggles with passwords. She hates them. She has a hard time with passwords. So she wonders about signing in with her Google account. So how this works is Mary goes to the Quilting Company of America. She starts the process to create a new account. Now, she is already logged into her Google account because she uses Chrome and she's always logged into her account. So the computer knows who Mary is. To log into her Google account, she has to put her password in and use two-factor authentication. It is a very secure account, and Google knows that is really Mary. So Mary then goes to the Quilting Company of America and says, I want to log in with my Google account. So the Quilting Company of America then sends Google a request, and it says, hey, who is this Mary person? Is it really Mary? And Google sends some information back confirming that yes, it is Mary. Now it also sends some personal information back to the Quilting Company of America. You may be concerned about that, and I'll explain that in a minute. Now let's look at the relationship between the two services. We have, of course, Google, who is a big security giant in the world today. They pioneered a lot of the security services such as two-factor authentication that we use today. So they have a relationship between the Quilting Company of America. And the relationship is Oauth. And Oauth is the open source software that allows communication of secure data between the two. So Google is going to send a token to the Quilting Company of America and say, yes, this is Mary. What's in that token would be a special code that would indicate Mary's presence and the fact that she is Mary, and also some personal information. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But the important thing to know is this is a one-time token that only contains an authorization code to allow Mary to create a new user account with the Quilting Company of America. It's really an identification. Now, what is in the token? Well, the token can contain a lot of different information, and you'll ultimately get the opportunity to decide if you want the information sent to your new account. And I'll show you how this works in a minute. But things that would normally be in the token would, of course, be the code that would identify you. And there's no security information there from your Google account. It is simply a one-time code that Google sends to the new service saying, yes, it is Mary. But in the token, they may also send, for example, your name, your email address, could be location, your IP address. They will send some information that would be requested from the service that you're signing up to. Now, and that information would differ depending on what service you're signing into, and I'll show you that in just a minute. This is an example I'd like to use. This is when I decided to sign in to Spotify using my Facebook account. So this is the Spotify initial sign in menu, and I'm going to click the sign up button at the top and get started. So let's see what happens. This is the menu that I'm initially greeted with, and you can see it's pretty well standard. What's your email address, confirm your email, create a password, and what's the name of the profile account. So it's asking me some questions, but also it gives me the option of just signing in with my Facebook account. Now, my personal Facebook account is important to me. I'm on there all day long. I have a two-factor authentication and a very secure password. But I'm not worried, so I'm going to sign up with my Facebook account. So let's see what happens when I click that button. So this is the next menu. It says Spotify is requesting access to your name and profile picture. This is what they're requesting Facebook send to them. Only my name and my profile picture. Well, I'm going to have to use my name anyway to sign into the account, so I don't really mind Facebook sending my name. Not sure why Spotify needs my picture, but what the heck, they can have my picture. And then I'm going to continue as Ronald and click the button. So this means that Facebook is going to send Spotify my name, my first name, my last name, my profile picture, and confirm that it actually is me because I am logged into my Facebook account. And if you want to view the actual information in the Access menu, you click View Access, and again, there would be name and profile picture. So once that's completed, Spotify lets me in. Well, the account isn't complete yet, and of course, you'll see here that they want to know my email address, which of course would be a standard thing for logging in, and usually and then of course I have to put my birth date in, my gender, and complete the initiation and application process. But the information came over from Facebook was my first name, last name, and somewhere there is my picture. And this is how you would go on to create your account. But the important thing here is there's nowhere I have to set a password. And when I come back, after I create the Spotify account, when I come back again, I can again just log in with my Facebook account, and the token gets sent again, and I'm simply put into my account. So I don't actually have to create a separate password for for Spotify. So in summary, signing into a service with Oauth using your Google, Facebook, or Microsoft account. This service is secure and endorsed by the services mentioned. It makes it easier by limiting the number of passwords, and this is safe and it should be encouraged. This is a good service. I wouldn't usually use it for infrequent sites you're going to go through. You are going to be sending some personal information to the receiving site, and if you're not going to use that site very often, probably better to sign in using a different service. And again, the goal is to help with the password crisis that we have today. You don't have to create a password to do this. Yay! Just remember, this is Cybersecurity Month. I read on a blog yesterday that Google, in observance of Cybersecurity Awareness Month, plans to auto-enroll 150 million users in two-step verification and require 2 million YouTube creators to turn on the security feature by the end of 2021. Yes, if you make YouTube videos, you will have to have two-step verification turned on. Having a second form of authentication when you log into your accounts dramatically decreases the likelihood of an attacker gaining access to your personal information. Well, that's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. You remember now, if you like this video, please click the like and certainly subscribe to our service. It really helps us continue making videos such as you've just seen. So hopefully you know now what Oauth is. It's safe to use and no more passwords. Great. So until we see you again, have a great day.